Ooh. Just getting settled in. Settled into the old studio. Okay. Now, I went 3 and 3. One real win during qualifiers. One was someone who just conceded. And then I won a match after qualifiers. So I seeded to Gold 3, and I got another win, which got me a few points. So we'll be hoping to build on that, but if not, it's not the end of the world. Like I said during the stream earlier, this is really kind of probably a week or two of experimental Apex play, just while I get my feet under me, start to understand my box a little bit more. Start to understand the characters that I'm using a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm all set. I don't think I changed anything in my box. I might have re-rolled a couple enchants, but I don't think I kept anything. So let's just hop in and see who we get. I realized this window started like half an hour ago. No trouble finding a match on the opening weekend. First day, actually. Okay, Floating Courtyard. This is our first time on Floating Courtyard today. We've got a Leon, Helena, and Ares, so kind of an Empire Rush-looking team. Bozel, pretty good on this map as well. Huh. See, I'm kind of getting a better feel for my characters. It's the enemy's characters, like who do I need to get rid of, is the trickier part for me. He has the big 3. Let's just try it. Dobermans are in rambunctious mode today. Cutting off my longer leg threats there. Makes sense. And getting Ares, excellent on this map. Flying unit. I think less of that is better. Although I also don't want him to have these two. These two are awful. But we'll see if he goes with one right away. I mean, I guess my other alternative would have been to take the mages and leave those long leg threats and just take Hilda to tank it. That would have been one option. I think I'm actually going to high pick Sage on this map just because he can be pushy. Terrain can be annoying for people like Ares. Alright, he is getting rid of my healers and picking away at my tanks. So he's still looking like he's looking for an Empire buff. Tensei buff is a thing. The only reason I'm thinking about Leon is because he has that other Empire buff. He's not really a big threat in and of himself. Whereas these guys kind of are. Not if I pick Cherie, though. Yeah, let's kill Leon, and let's just take Cherie. I mean, they're still threatening, even if I have Cherie. Just a little bit less, that's all. Apologies if that mic is picking up any gulping. Trying to slurp back a double thick protein shake here. And it's awful. Hey Taffertier, welcome to the stream. We're just in our first band pick of the evening here. I was a little late getting on for this window. Yeah, I suppose, I mean, if I back him into the corner of needing the Ares buff, that's definitely something he could do. Alright, Bozel's actually going to be pretty bad for me. My Kyra might be able to take that Bozel, depending on how bad the Bozel is. But also, this team is kind of in danger to this Ares, so that's something I need to look out for sure. Taffer, it's kind of half and half. I'm definitely trying to be more open to the idea of playing tankless. So let's see, we've got I just don't like the other act again there. I think I will bring Burn. Getting Burn 5th, pretty good. Yeah, my Kyra is only 5-star though, so that's the questionable part, Tenacious. But I suppose we'll see. She does have a buff from Sage, unless... So Burn's really only buffing himself here. I've got Strengthen on Tiny Jess for Cherie. And Cherie actually doesn't have any of her typical targets here. So she's not really going to need angels. I think this is where I bring goblins. I could also consider bringing her push to push Jugler around, although I have Sage for that. So I think I'm just going to stick with Burn buffing himself, Sage buffing these two. It means I don't have his other 2C terrain effect, which is kind of upsetting, especially with Ares able to fly across the entire map. I'm going to keep her range attack with the goblins. So Sage will also be my only pusher. Theoretically, should only need one push. SSR. Welcome to the stream. So what do we got? Dog with buff. Yeah, she's got mass attack, that's fine. And it's an AoE Ares as expected. So we're looking at mass attack for the buffs for these characters. And I can't get ahead of myself too much. Kyra means Ares AoE shouldn't kill anything except maybe Kyra herself. Yeah, no FB on Elwyn. He's going with the mass attack buff all around. I don't think I'm going to push out too far on this turn, to be honest. I always have the option of maybe teleporting with Jess later. John, thanks for joining the stream. I'm glad we're going to get regaled with some more tales of Mumu's legendary escapades. The Ares is the first thing that's zoning me. The second thing is going to be Bozel's second turn. He also does have an act again that doesn't kill his turn priority as player 2. So that's something to potentially look out for as well. This Jugler is not running Swordsmith Metal, so that's possibly a Spirit Boots Jugler. Which means he will be able to move into position if necessary. We'll see who goes first here. Hey, Soda. Soda is constantly improving his Ancient Beckoning scores. It's very impressive. And thanks for the follow, Haas. Sorry about your name not being able to fully fit on the screen there. So yeah, I was hoping to maybe be able to teleport Kyora in for some hijinks. But Ares is too threatening to allow that, unfortunately. She does have 6 move. So even if I go here, if I teleport her there, she'd be able to move. She wouldn't be able to get back into guard with her teleport. So Ares would be able to get her. But that's kind of my chance to try to snipe Bozel. I wonder if I do that. Hey, Hazuchio, thanks for joining the stream. It's going to be a kind of a lower tier stream than what you're used to. I kind of feel like I can make this play with Kyura and try against Bozel, just because that's what Kyura is here for. If Bozel's dead, then I don't really need her as much anymore. So maybe. might as well try it. Like, that's the whole point of these early season games, is to figure out what works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll definitely be able to move and hit. Now, if he sees what I'm trying to do, he may jump in preemptively with his Ares and mess up my formation. And damage my team, which will make this... I'll have to decide what to do next turn if that's the case. But he probably wants to wait for Florentia to mass attack his team first. Oh, she did. You're right, Hazuchio. That's my bad. Alright, it looks like he's going for it. So let's see what kind of damage this does. I don't really know how resilient any of these units are, so we'll see what lives and what doesn't. Wow, okay, so her healing is actually kind of OP. That's good enough for me to still try. And actually, I can try from here. And that lets me teleport back to the team. Let's see what happens, everyone. What do you think? Are we getting this kill? Yes. Alright. I still have turn priority. Jugler, actually, with his Spirit Boots, he can jump, but he can't get through to lock down my burn. Burn's not guarding yet. But despite that, I think I should try to kill Ares. Probably Cherie kills Ares at the start of next turn, before I worry about Burn putting up his guard. I mean, that will open someone up to... Okay, Elwyn can come in right now. But who can he hit? He can hit Kyura, I guess. That's alright. Like I said, her job is done. Okay, so... I still don't think Dog can lock me down. I wonder... Do I throw up guard here now? Well, then T-Jess won't be being guarded. I think I still need to kill Ares first. And then we'll just deal with Elwyn. Maybe two birds with one stone. I know he has his revive. So Jugler can jump to splash us, but he still can't lock Burn down. He can't get all the way in there yet. Actually, Haas, let's see if we can get your name on the screen here now while we're waiting. Not all of it. We'll leave it as just Haas is back. This is 6-star Cherie. I would say, heck with it. Go ahead and use her at 5-star. I mean, it does... The cooldown for her Act Again talent is longer at 5-star, I believe. But it's still worth getting some practice in. Cherie's an interesting unit because she has a lot of... well, I shouldn't say a lot. Like, she does have different troops and different skills that she can use for different situations. Alright, so here's the splash. I'm not going to get that incidental healing from my dead Kyura anymore, sadly. Before I do anything too creative, I can push to the right. I can definitely push to the right. I want to get guard up first, just in case. Like, I want to push just Jugler, so that I can then hit Elwyn. So if I guard here and then move down and push just Jugler, I don't want to push first in case he then sees that play and runs Elwyn away or something. I might be overthinking it, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Alright, he took that play away anyway, which is fine. So there's my one push. She is probably going to help Elwyn out, so he will be full. So we'll see. We'll just see what Jess can do against a full Elwyn here. Yeah, the queuing into the matches is definitely the most stressful part. I find once you're fighting, though, as long as you have the right mindset, it's just fun, right? It's an entertainment product. So that's one life down. He has turn priority this time. What score did you get up to today, Hazuchio? I saw Zanson got up over 1900 pretty quickly, as usual. Alright, Jugler's guard is back. Ooh. So I wonder if we just poke at the Jugler. Elwyn can't do much, like he can't get healing from himself anymore. He can only get it from Florentia because he can't move through these tiles to attack. I think maybe going Sage first just to get the Gift of Eternal Life healing. Actually, that's a good reminder. I need to do my 5 placement matches with Freekong tomorrow to start getting some Bronze 3 scrolls for him every week. Freekong's box is hilarious, but I think with enough grinding I could probably get him... Alright, there goes Burn. That's unhappy. if you started in Lang rank and you get 2 wins in placements. No, so as Free Kong 2 would not get me to Gold 3 because Free Kong was Bronze 3 last season. Free Kong could use Mercs. This will be a test of Sherry's prowess, I think. I don't like the looks of that. I don't like the looks of that. He doesn't have Beast Shock. What else does he have? Okay, he has 2 turns on Triton. He still can't run around. None of them can. Alright, I'm gonna hang. We'll get my Act again back. That's an experiment, Taffer, that I would rather do in a test. I have a feeling an unbuffed Cherie into a buffed Jugler is just going to feed him health. Yeah, no, that would just feed him health. We're still in good shape here. I don't want to blow Oldius first. I mean, I guess she can just take Elwyn here. No reason not to. I'll save save Jess and Sage for... This is the same situation as before. I think I just hang again. Yeah, I'm gonna hang. I don't mind you coming up here, Jukler. Well, why not do that from here? Oh, thank you, SSR. SSR knows. GG. That went well. I really like the bridal Cherie skin. Consensus seems to be that the angel one is the best. All right, let's see what we got here. Cape of Sorrow. I think that's my first time playing this map this season as well. And I don't want to play Lucretia. Who do I not want to play? There's a couple assassins in here. We've got Sigma, Zerida, and Kyura. We've got the 3 tanks, the 3 traditional last season tanks. Just the 2 healers, though. Oh no, Iris is here too. Wow, okay, interesting box. I wonder if I take out the assassins. Sigma's interesting with Landius in the box. I think I'm just going to focus on DPS I don't like. But I'm not sure who's my play against assassins. When in doubt, I mean, they left me Rosenseal. That's fine. So they've got Helena. They don't have... I mean, Elwyn's a glory buffer. Might as well go with Burn as my last remaining tank. Yep, so we forced him into a Landius pick here. And we could potentially force a healer pick as well by just leaving him with the 2 healers. I like Ares. I like Helena too. I think I'm gonna opt for Helena this time. So we have a little Empire core going here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Rosie's scary for burn. And then either Cherie or Kyura. Not 100% sure. I think we get Kyura out of there. Ares is one of those characters that I can easily recognize as good, but I find I'm never really able to capitalize on him. I'm not super good at positioning those big rangy characters. Alright, so he got his healer. I kind of want to take the rest of these deeps. I know having an Act Again healer as player 2 is potentially dangerous. And then I don't know if I want 2 healers here. I think Sage is still pretty good with Jugler open as well. It just gives me the... yeah, so he does get Jugler. I kind of feel like with this team, I bring werewolves. Well, that Lucretia could be holy, though. Actually, against Lucretia, I think no matter what Burn brings, he's kind of pooched. So maybe we just bring werewolves. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that Lucretia before she comes in and kamikazes. So Sage's buff would only really buff himself. Everyone else is Empire, so I think I probably will bring the Array this time. It's not going to help a great deal because Helena can erase it. And I don't think I need her on Angels. Well, maybe I do with this. I'll keep her on Angels anyway. Oh, this is stressful. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Single target Ares. It's less about her debuffs, like the debuffs are less of my concern, and it's really just instantly erasing Bernhardt. Campa? I wonder if Campa stream sniped me. Well, this is even more terrifying because Campa is a brilliant strategist. Excellent player. Yeah, okay. So, single target. Teleport shenanigans. I don't like it. God damn it, Campa. Or if he knows I'm streaming. It's not looking good here after pick and ban, I gotta tell ya. Don't like my team. The only thing my Ares can really hurt is Helena, but she's very tanky. She's hard to do anything about. Campa definitely happy to stay back and get some zoning use out of these. Threat of a dog jump. Someone in the chat needs to follow this channel so I can stop feeling bad about Haas's name not fitting on the screen there. It's like my graphic design skills being flouted. Ravage Me, thanks for the follow. Great name. A name that will fit on the screen. Helena is going to eat these tiles for breakfast when she gets over here. Campa, are you trying to think up a big brain teleport play right now? That's a yes. Well, my Ares is not going to kill either of these. That Lucretia is going to kill whoever she wants. What a conundrum. Hey, Neijin. The True Fuzz, thanks for the follow also. Yep, this is a conundrum. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if I send Ares in now, he's just dead. This is not going to do anything against Lucretia. Probably I just move Ares out of the way so that whoever she decides to pick off I'll at least have him for another turn. Hopefully. Who knows what his follow-up's going to be. Wow, okay. Blasted through angels. Not what I was hoping to see. Well, at least I can console myself with the knowledge that Ares was not going to do much in this match anyway. Not Ares. Helena could have done something in this match, so I can't console myself at all. Yeah, Campa's always up to those no-good sneaky tricks. Archer troops. That'll be a note that I'll have to take, that anyone who brings one of these against a Helena is pretty much going to assume that she's using angels, because my other tech option would have been Highlands, who at least have built-in damage reduction and wouldn't be weak to the archers. So that would have been a possibility. Alright, the longer I leave this protein shake, the more disgusting it's gonna get, so I better... Ugh, just bite the bullet. Alright, I got nothing. I got nothing. I can't sit back either, because then I just wait for Lucretia to come in and kill whoever she wants. Should probably throw in the towel and get another game in. It's funny, when I was remarking on all the assassins this player had in their box, I should have almost been suspicious that it was Campa. If Ares could kill any of those things, I would be happy. Well, if I'm gonna crash my Ares fruitlessly into anyone... I won't be able to retreat, though. He hasn't given me room to fly through anyone. Looks like Burn's probably going down this turn. Alright, time for Burn to carry. From his position stuck on Jugler and about to be one-shot by Lucretia. That doesn't really matter. What do you mean by highly rated? I mean, it's kind of a niche game. It's based on an old retro series of games that not a lot of people knew about. But I think the people who play it are fairly fond of it. I think the games that are wildly popular tend to attract higher scores just because of having lots and lots of avid players. I don't know, I think this is a very deep strategy game for a mobile gacha. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, obviously there are a ton of gacha games on the market, but not a ton of, like, grid-based strategy gacha games. There are some. That would have been a pretty nice counter kill. Oh wow, and he heals back up to full. With all of his cheese healing. I like Burns' chances against Landius better anyway. Oh. Oh, she breezed, didn't she? So no matter how far I move, I'm not escaping the wrath of Lucretia here. I definitely played the original Warsong on Genesis. Very familiar with that game. It was a classic. It was actually relatively unknown back then, too. Everyone knew Shining Force. But pretty much any game that had like a fantasy knight on the cover, I was going to give it a try. Yeah, the real-time PvP is actually pretty bananas for a strategy game and a mobile game. So Landius is not guarding right now, he's just an aura. Jugler is guarding. Ooh. Ooh. Apologies in advance, Campa. I know this is a game I should have left and given you more time to go back and find more matches. But it's week one, it's experiment week, and I just want to see the kinds of things that, like, Bernhardt can survive, for example. Usually, most of the time, I do play on my phone, but when I'm streaming, I play on the PC just because it's easier to stream. And easier to record and stuff. Yeah, Soda, when I was talking about Warsong, like I was thinking, how did I get into grid-based strategy games as a kid? Like, that doesn't seem like a little kid genre. So then I was thinking, like, what would be the first kind of strategy game that I ended up playing? Shining Force would have been right up there. But I think actually, when I was really young, I played with my brother Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the very first one on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I would have probably played like Civilization around the same time, although I think Civilization actually came after that. So Romance of the Three Kingdoms was a very more large-scale, top-down, like straight-up strategy game. But it had all the grids and stuff, like, you know, you moved your armies around the map, and that was super compelling. And then once I got into more of the, like, RPG-tinted ones, like Shining Force, for example, then it really, really stuck with me. So the first Romance of the Three Kingdoms was pretty rudimentary, but it is definitely what got me into the genre. And I remember taking notes because, like, all the information isn't surfaced to you at all times in those games. So you'd spy on officers, and I didn't really have a command of who all the Three Kingdoms characters were. So I'd take notes on, like, each character and kind of what their stats were and what they were good at and stuff. So Landius is guarding now. I mean, my burn's at 40%, so he's not really... What's he gonna do? Landius has everyone covered. Burn being this hurt and Landius being full, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put much of a dent in him. Oh, sorry, I did my joint battles already, and it's Apex time. I started with the first Romance of the Three Kingdoms on NES, but then the one I played the most by far was Romance 2 on Super Nintendo. I played through that game so many times. Thought the music was awesome. And that's really where I got... I actually played through those games before I knew anything about... The only thing I knew about the kind of history and the novel was from the instruction booklet of those games. Like who these heroes are. And I guess I played Destiny of an Emperor too on Nintendo, which is Capcom's RPG based on the same story. Or based on an anime based on the story. Yeah, why is Bernhard alive? Why is he alive? This is a trap, right? Helena's not being guarded right now. But I don't think Bernhard can kill her. I have to say, Bernhardt's resilience in this fight is actually kind of hilarious. Yeah, that's the other really cool thing about Romance of Three Kingdoms 2. Well, I mean, and 1, but 2 is really user-friendly in terms of, like, multiple players. So you just each have a controller, and you take your turn, and it's pretty quick, like... Do I want to go up there? No, I'll stay down here. Yeah, I'll stay down here. Oh, that was probably a mistake. I didn't realize Landius was also not guarding anymore. I could have attacked Iris. That's what happens when you're running low on time. Don't check every character. Oh, he is guarding. He just wasn't guarding Jugler. What a meanie. Bernhard is just taking hits from cavalry, from mages, just Bernharding it up. I mean, realistically, no matter how long Bernhard survives, I'm not going to be able to edge him out into the poison, and I'm also not going to outdamage him. I need to be able to kill his entire team, which, oh, starting to run low on healers, too. Ooh. It's pretty ridiculous, I have to say. This fight is a showcase of ridiculousness. My burn is built with some bulk, but I mean, he's not, he's definitely not one of the bulkiest burns I've seen. He has Mjolnir. Decent bulk and chance, but nothing crazy. They are going to be able to wear down Rosen here. See, the trap is for me to go down and kill Iris, but that opens me up. These guys are safe. The Golem can probably... Yeah, the Golem can definitely get Lucretia into safety. So one of them, Lucretia or Iris, is going to have to go down here. Gemfire, yes, I definitely played Gemfire. A buddy of mine on Discord and from many forums and servers in the past is named Pluvius. He named himself Pluvius after the great famous wizard of Gemfire. Alright, so sacrificing his pretty useless Landius to be able to open up spots for both Iris and Lucretia. That's fairly smart. Fairly smart, of course. It's extremely smart. It's Campa. Alright, going for that kill on Rosenseal and gets the kill. So that is pretty much the end of the world for Old Kong. Pretty much the end of the world. So what is it, turn 10? So I have 2 turns of being stuck here with a guarding Jugler. The only way I can hit anyone else is if I somehow hegemony or Mjolnir off his guarding buffs. But he can also attack me with everyone on his team, and I don't have Rosenseal to heal anymore. Okay, so Jugler's actually not guarding now. But like I said, I only have 2 turns to kill his entire team. which is not happening. I'm not going to catch up on damage. And that one little burst of Lunar Vigor is not going to do it. So Lucretia will finish me off before she dies. Unless he ports her in. Yeah, she doesn't even have to die. She can come down here, kill me. I'm going to let him do it, though. Why take away? Why take away that final little piece of glory? Right, Camp? GG. Yeah, that was a good test of Burn's resilience. A surprising amount of resilience from Bernhardt there. He put in a lot of good work. Yeah, Najin, that's exactly right. That's Poison Fog, so anyone who ends their turn on the Poison Fog instantly dies. It's basically just to prevent you from being able to play camping, hiding strategies. You have to gradually move closer and closer to the middle. Alright, here's a box. Jesus. Okay, so we've got Autocrato, we've got Betty, we've got Amelia, Freya, Vincent, Iris, Hein, Egbert, Clotaire, Emmerich. Everything about this box is weird. So, sorry in advance, whoever you are. Weird box. Weird box. Weird box. Okay. I mean, there's two characters in here right away that I don't want to fight against. I don't think this is a newer player box. A newer player's not going to have Betty built to the point that she's in an Apex box. Or like SP Freya, for example. This is, yeah, that's not a newer player box. That's a player who has fully invested in like a very specific Empire team. Yeah, there's definitely like a coherent design philosophy behind this box, so definitely respect it. And I admittedly don't super know what to do against her. AoE works well versus her. Okay, I see. My AoE options are relatively limited. I had Kruger in the box at the start of the season, and I took her out, or I took Kruger out, because he's not, I don't know, I don't have him starred up to my satisfaction. So I took him out for a single target character, and yeah, it definitely, I had a fairly balanced box before. Right, so that's the 1-2 punch, right? If AoE works well against her, it does not work well against her. I can edge them down a healer. Is Egbert scarier than Clotaire? Yeah, I don't have a healer is the thing. We'll see if he bans Flow. No, not yet. Okay. That ban is what I was going for, to be honest. Alright, he still has Teleporter. He has a couple of these annoying AoEs. I think I'm more worried about those. I will secure Flow now. And then I have decent picks from my last pick. Hey, thanks, Najin. Hey, my first super chat? Well, I can't say it's my first super chat ever. It's definitely my first super chat of this Apex season. So thanks very much. And I'll keep the educational vids coming for you. Actually, I think I'm going to can both teleporters because teleporting Emmerich is a skeevy strat. Now, if I run Hilda here, I'll have 3 tanks against this team, and this is going to end up being... Well, he basically has 3 tanks, too. That'll be a slugfest in the middle. But... that'll be fun. Opponent will be happy stalling for sure. 4 tanks? 4 tanks and a healer. 4 tanks and a healer. What are they trying to do? I mean, I guess Betty can AoE me. Like, he can shut down, he can freeze out one of my tanks, but then they still have to kill me. I don't understand. I think I don't bring werewolves on Jugler just because there's 3 holy units. So we'll go lobbies. We'll bring Splash. And Beast Shock. Yeah, I know, Emmerich's not really a tank. Betty's not really a tank either. Maybe I don't even bring Beast Shock. Like, if this is going to be a stall-out game, maybe I just bring my faction buff. That'll buff Tiny Jess as well. With Burn, I think with Burn, I'll probably bring Guardian Infantry. Guardian Infantry or Hoplites. I kind of like Hoplites. I don't need his guard skill, so I'll bring this. We're going to have Hilda. Who's having guard priority? We'll give Hilda guard priority. She's not going to need strengthen, so we can give her ice capades. And that's fine. It is. You called it. You knew it was him. Limon. Well, this is going to be a very different battle than the ones we've played in the past. To be honest, I think he's hoping that I'm just going to take a bunch of damage off Betty and whatever he can do with his Emmerich. Very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Well, I mean, part of the intention of this box is that I don't really know what to do against it. She's got her faction buff. She has mass protect, which is fine, I guess. She does have her tanking skill, physical attacks. I mean, if I attack, she has guard priority too. So that could be one way to get rid of her, is with burn. I mean, I think burn can kill her. Yeah. So I think my play for now is kill Betty with Bernhardt. Like, the way guard priority works, correct me if I'm wrong, is if Bernhardt attacks either of these units, Betty's going to guard it. Right? I don't see why Freya would guard that. Betty started up here. Wonder if I should just do it now. Why wait, right? I guess I do want to keep Burn alive as well. Okay, that's smart. So attacking into Betty is the only way for me not to hit Betty here. And Betty won't guard magical attacks, so I can't pull any kind of sneaky shenanigans by attacking someone else and having Betty guard Tiny Jess. Although I could teleport Burn in so that he can get an attack on one of these other characters. I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see if I need to do that. He may expose someone. From the looks of things, it looks like he's not going to be exposing someone. So Emilia counters from everywhere. But if I target Emilia, Freya will take the hit. Yeah, burn might melt Emilia too. Maybe I don't waste my teleport yet. Maybe I just see what happens here. I feel like burn probably melts most of these. Yeah, if I get cute and try my teleport strategy, it does open burn up to attack as well, which I kind of don't really like. So I think for now, I'll probably just do this and just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens against Freya. It hurts. It hurts. All right. I'm not upset with that. It's promising. So he does have healing. I don't really want to use my teleport yet. I kind of want to sit on it. I'll just build another stack this turn. What can she do? Not going to waste my 3C. Not going to waste an act again. Am I going to waste an act again? Do I get burn out there? Do I get burn out there right now? Why not? He'll give up turn priority. Let's just do it. We got to bring a little note of aggression to this game. So this is a smart move from his Emmerich. There was an attempt. Alright, at this point, I think I do bring T-Jess in. So that's Freya in the books. Burn healed up. And assuming she's still guarding, which she is, I should be able to trick her into guarding this attack. Alright, well it wasn't quite as devastating as I thought it would be. Weakness of snipers and bowmen is basically any melee attacks. In this game, ranged attackers take extra damage from... Or not take extra damage, but they have a damage penalty when they're fighting at melee range. Not being able to heal is not nice, but it's not the end of the world. So he is chipping away at my various tanks. Even though she's not actively guarding anymore, is she still going to be passively guarding? I'm just worried that Betty might kill my flow. Now, who can Tejas safely attack? Kinda no one, because Emilia can counter her from anywhere. This is such a weird, tangled up fight. Pilot Mike, thanks for the follow. Are you actually a pilot? Or do you pilot people's accounts in this game? Now I do have to be careful with Burn because he can't heal yet. Okay, now he can get healed. She can't. Those Betty debuffs are very annoying. It's kind of like what I said at the very start of this match. He's really just hoping that his Betty will be able to gradually chip away at my team. I think anyone I attack right now is Emilia's gonna counterattack her, so I think I just have to hang tight for now. I don't want Emilia to counter kill my T-Jess. So this debuff on Jugler is from Emmerich's Aura. Emmerich can make a play at her. Jugler won't be able to guard, but Hilda will. If I go here... and he comes all the way around, then Hilda won't be able to guard this. But Jugler should. Unless Jugler's actually not guarding right now. It's probably something I should have checked. Alright, so that is her first life down. She gets lots of healing after that. I don't like her. I need to get Jugler's guard back up, but he can only do that by splashing right now. And if I splash, he's going to take tons of damage, unless I splash over here. So that will get him guarding T-Jess again. It's almost like he's waiting for it. It's not awful. Yeah, he actually does still have an opening, because within 2 blocks. That's okay. T-Jess was pretty crippled by... Emilia. I think I'm really going to have to rely on Burn to do the rest of the work for this fight. Oh, Blood Shield. Still got her. Now, Leanna can wake up that Betty at least. Well, I guess not. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting, interesting strategy, Limon. I can see you having success with this box. GG. I think the key for Limon is not to take 4 tanks or like tank-ish stall type characters. I think if he had had one of those rush units, like if he had one Vincent or Clotaire or Egbert that could basically throw a wrench into my party while I was sitting there trying to stall alongside with him, that would have definitely tilted the battle in the other direction. Alright, I'm gonna stretch my clicking fingers here for a second. Alright. So, I have time for a couple more matches. Oh, getting a text from Tristan. What's Tristan's problem? Tristan, are you watching the stream? Oh, he sent me a match. Tristan matched up against Zelda, and then Whir. That's a pretty good couple of games. Wonder if he won. Actually, that might be a fun thing to look at while we're on the stream. Let's see if Tristan's matches are in my inbox. Oh, Tristan beating Zelda. Do we want to watch... I kind of need a break to recharge my mental batteries. Why don't we quickly watch Tristan beating Zelda before I load back in? So, Tristan's box. He's got Landius in there. He's got Kruger and Bozel. Okay. Oh, he's got Altamuller as well. Licorice. Kind of an interesting, like... Dark Empire. And Zelda is running Albedo. Interesting. Of course, Omega's in there. He's got Zerida in there as well. Zelda's still liking his Zerida. And Deedlit. Tristan first banning Zerida. First banning Zerida on this map? With Omega in the box? I mean, I guess he gets Hilda. Okay, Zelda first picks Omega, for sure. Okay, now Tristan going after the mages. So Tristan securing his tank and his healer first. Zelda banning out things he doesn't like. Yeah, I don't get the Zerida first ban. There's a lot of other things in here that are much juicier bans, and I mean on this map, you can kind of leave. I mean, he gets the Kyura and the Lucretia and the Jess out anyway, so that's fine. So Tristan running with Hilda and Landius and a healer. And then Tristan banning Albedo after Zelda has already played Hilda. Interesting. I mean, probably a decent play, just because if Zelda had played Albedo there, Tristan has no DPS. He wouldn't have been able to crack through these tanks. So I think that's what Zelda's thinking by grabbing both these tanks at the end. So let's see how this plays out. I mean, we know the eventual result because I forgot to cover that up before loading into this match. So there's not going to be as much suspense. Okay, Tristan's playing Fjarlar now. Tristan is... maybe he's higher up in the ranks because he's getting some big name players. In general, I'm not sure how Omega-proof Tristan's box is, but just having Hilda and Landius there definitely takes away a lot of that crit potential. He's blocked up the hallway, and doing a good job to stay out of Omega range at least. I am not 100% sure that friend spectating works in the actual Apex queue. I think, isn't that just for friendly matches? So the only reason we're getting to see this match is because Tristan actually sent it to me, so I had it in my messages. Alright, here we go. Let's see what Omega does here. Well, Tristan having 2 tanks and 2 healers is going to make it difficult for Zelda to make much inroads. It's kind of the same situation on both sides, though, really. Oh, nice. Very nice Bernhardt. So, Landius is each down a life. Yeah, I mean, after, I'll get him to send the Fjarlar match to me, and after this Apex window closes, like, I'm going to play a couple more matches, but then maybe, once the Apex is done, then I'll go back and watch Tristan's other match, and it'll just give us another game to see. Alright, here goes Omega now. Okay, if Zelda loses his Omega, he's done. Interesting game. I mean, it was... for that map, it kind of makes sense that the whole game revolved around just, like, clogging up the inroads. Omega didn't double Licorice. I'll have to take a look at Tristan's Licorice next time I'm on his account. She must be fairly skillful. Let's get another game in. Didn't take long to find one. Okay, look at this. We got Hiei, Toguro, and Yusuke. Kurama's not in here for some reason, but we've got a big Yu Yu Hakusho fan here. Took my tank, too. Took my tank away. We've got an Akka as well. And an Illustrial. And a Werner. Rosie. This box scares me. Yeah, this is a scary box. Scary, scary, scary. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, generally, I think in this situation, you're supposed to ban Akka first. I'm going to secure Rosenseal just because I have access to her, which is not a common thing. Yeah, so he gets Werner instead. Like, that's his other mobility enabler, so that makes sense. My other 2 tanks are gone, so I have no tanks. No tanks. And all of his units are long leg units, so there's not really, like, I'm not going to be... So my options are my own long legs. Oldius, definitely a strong pick into this kind of team on this map. T-Jess, Helena, Cherie, all options. Ares, kind of an option. Yeah, this is a box that I have not had a chance to learn how to play well against. My guildmate Chung doesn't use these exact same characters, but he does play a similar style of game, so I think I need to scrim against him a bit more to get accustomed to how to lay out my team in preparation for this kind of onslaught, because I have a feeling that he's pretty much going to go turn for turn, like each character coming in and killing one of my characters. And I think I'll go Helena just because she eats up Sage tiles. I don't want that. These guys can all obliterate me. I got rid of Toguro there just because I didn't want the satisfaction of seeing 3 YYH characters on the board. Now, if I can, I'll pick up Cherie last. I can't. Kyra might be worth a pick. I don't want to deal with well, I mean, I'm not being guarded regardless. He can come back to life. She's pretty tough to kill. Let's just take Kyra for a test run. This is a classic test run game. This is a let's see how she goes game. Let's go with Highlands. The other option is Royal Calves. Kyra. Probably single target Ares. I don't think AoE is going to do anything here. Yeah, we like Royals. I guess he's going to have, like, cavalry. He's going to have cavalry on Werner, at least. Oh, I'd like to have the buff. Oh, I should almost bring... I don't want to bring Empire buff on him. Could bring Empire buff on her. Yeah, I could do that. Now, Mythic buff. Mythic buff is nice. I don't think that light array is going to do too much for me. So I'll just stay back on the first turn. I'm not super happy with it. Not super happy with it. Oh, it's Lolidevastator. Very nice. This is another very high ranked player. I've seen them in some tournament play. The only good thing, I guess, is that I didn't bring any lolis, so I don't need to worry too much about being devastated. So what is his movement? He's going to have an additional movement from Werner. AoE within 4 blocks. Mobility increased by 1, so he'll probably have 5 move for his act again. Yeah, so... just gonna spread out. Spread out for turn 1. And hope I didn't dramatically miscount. Well, Rope, I think that regardless of whether this accidentally ended up being a fairly decent pick ban for this comp, the real downfall is going to be that I don't know how to play this comp. That's going to be the real downfall. This is definitely the style of box, or the style of team, that benefits a lot from practice. Hey, the MB! Welcome to the stream. We are just about to get rushed down by Lolidevastator. Man, Sage's voice acting is so good. The next character that I'm... So Sage was the last character that I was really excited about, just from like a character design standpoint, and I remember saving up so many tickets so that I could summon him. And that actually, his banner coincided with my first Summon Fest, when I think it was when I got 1,000 subscribers, so that was when I summoned on every single banner. So I ended up kind of semi-wailing, got him his sweet, sweet skin. I just love this character. And the next character that I'm as excited about is young Gizaroff. So I got old Landius and young Gizaroff. Soda, I'm kind of liking Holy Kyura so far. I haven't really had a chance to flex her that much. I mean, she got 1 kill on Bozil in that game on the flying map. Much earlier tonight. Alright, so he's coming. Who's he coming for? Does he have additional range too? No. Okay, he's running back. He popped himself and ran back. Why? 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 Helena can reach. She'll die. She'll die. But Ares can reach too for follow-up. No time like the present, right? You think Ares first? I'm kind of thinking Helena first. I'm kind of thinking Helena first. Might end up being a mistake. But this, if we're gonna go fucking bananas on any game, it's gonna be this one, so we might as well, right? The Yusuke may end up being a problem. Yeah, the Yusuke may end up being a problem. Oh, I did need to go Ares first. Oh. Wow. Jesus. I was not expecting that. So Sigma failed the kill on the Ares, and then Loli didn't like how things were looking after that initial crash. So maybe that's what that's why rush games are fast. Like, if you don't succeed on the initial, like, spring, then you're behind and you can't keep up with the one-for-one trades. So GG Loli, thank you. That was definitely a big learning experience for me. I mean, Helena was just doing her Helena thing. That's the kind of mobility she has anyway. Ares did get breezed, so his follow-up, kind of the only reason I was able to go in with Helena on that turn was because I knew I had Ares follow-up, and having Ares follow-up was kind of RNG. So interesting. Interesting game, interesting game. We have time for more, my friends. Huh, I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised that Sigma wasn't able to do more damage to my Ares. I'll have to go back and look at that to see why. Well, player 2 for a change. What do we got here? We've got an Altamuller and another Emmerich. So this is another Empire, a strong Empire box. We have the typical 3 tanks now. Jugler, Hilda, Burn. We have Rosenseal. But I think... This is a tricky one, because I usually like to get rid of her first. There's a lot in here I don't like. There's a lot in here I don't like. I think I'll do it, though. Bozil users are waiting for his 3C in 2 weeks. Alright, he canned my tank. So I wonder if I take Burn first. I mean, we have learned... Well, Burn did survive fairly well against Campa's Lucretia. 3C stands for 3 cost. So it's the basically each character's super move is their 3 cost skill. I'm going to go with Burn first. I'm going to do it. Secure a tank if needed. He faction buffs most of my box. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I am letting him ban a bunch of my DPS by doing this. Okay, he got his tank. I think I probably have to get rid of ulti at this point. And probably a healer. We'll see if that forces a healer pick. Why do I have to get rid of ulti? Ah, I don't like him. Because I don't like him. Now, Flo's an OP pick here as player 2 with Burn's Empire buff. He doesn't have much in the way of debuff. I mean, I guess Licorice. She can run debuff too. If he brings Lucretia and Licorice, then I might be tempted to go double healer. Okay. Now I'm thinking... Himiko. If we get rid of Jugler and Licorice... I mean, Helena's also a very strong option for me here, but I don't like this tank. I guess I could go Kyura also to circumvent the tank. Himiko for AoEs. I think we'll go Kyura first. Just to give me more practice with her. I haven't used her as much. I've used Himiko a bit more, so this will give me another opportunity to see what Kyura can and can't kill. So Soda, we may have an opportunity here to see Kyura, Holy Kyura in action. I know I had her in the last game, but she didn't get to do anything. Alright, that's the last of that shake, finally. Ugh. Okay, so Jess is gone, Werner's gone, that's fine. Okay, he secured his healer. I think we can maybe consider... we'll leave Emmerich. This will take away more buffs. This will take away Helena's buff. But he has 2 characters who can use mass attack, so I guess the faction buff's not a big problem. Let's bring Himiko out now. He doesn't have great AoE protection. He does have characters who can peripherally kill Himiko, though. Like with their splash damage and their AoE damage, if he decides to go AoE with Lucretia. So I will have to be a little careful with her. And I kind of like all my options. I really don't need Rosen, though, do I? So I might as well just bring Sage for some magical deeps. He can buff Kyura. I have a feeling we bring werewolves on this burn against this team. I have a feeling we bring werewolves. He's okay bringing buff, because she's going to need buff. So he's got a couple healers. He has Lucretia and Helena are the problems. I'm going to need to figure out a way to deal with them. The push actually, honestly, isn't going to do too much for me here, so I should bring Sealing Technique. So they're covered. He's covered. Himiko doesn't have a faction buff, but she doesn't need one. I think this is fine. The only thing I'm not 100% sure about is these werewolves. They're pretty buff. Yeah, I think the werewolves is the right call. All right, let's see who we got. I'm actually fairly surprised that I haven't gotten anyone from the stream yet. I feel like I'm kind of ripe for the pickings for a stream sniper. Oh, it's Tomato. Amazing. This is another great player. So he does have his horses and the faction buff, the Tensei faction buff. That covers these two. He did go with an AoE on his Lucretia. That's smart. And he has angels on his Helena. Yeah, the two act-agains, potentially quite dangerous with these characters. Those are definitely his win cons. And they're my win cons too, incidentally. I need to be able to get rid of these two characters. I'm staying back here for now. Bernhardt needing all this setup time with his faction buff and his Iron Fist, or whatever his guard skill's called. Okay, so she caught a breeze, and she has her tiles, she has Shiv, she has potential act again, so we could have Helena initiating this turn. Who can she hit with Shiv? As long as I have Florentia far enough away. I think she stays here. I mean, doing that into Hilda's not going to do anything. He has 2 single target skills and his AoE. This is all AoE. There's AoE here too, so my Himiko is really not safe. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. It feels kind of even, but Tomato's a better player than I am. He's considering. I don't think he opens right yet with Lucretia. He's getting her into position to catch a breeze. Very nice. That's interesting. So this black hole has her additional range as well. So he can hit my team with black hole regardless. I think I basically need to get Himiko out of the city. We're getting smoked. We're all getting smoked. Damn. Catching a breeze on her and having Act Again in his pocket. He'll have turn priority too. So no matter what, like even if I Act Again burn and move him out of the way, and even if I move Himiko back, it looks like extreme measures, but I pretty much have to. Damn. Then if I move Burn away, Helena can just come in and smoke whoever's not guarded. I think I kind of just need to eat it. I really don't want to. I really don't want to just eat it. Why don't we just throw Himiko to the wolves? I'm going to be munching down on a whole bunch of AoE this turn or the very next move next turn anyway, so we might as well get something out of Himiko before she dies. Like, why throw Himiko away without doing damage first? I'm not going to be one of those guys who complains about... Oh, I'm not even going to get the chance because he got his Act Again off first. I was going to say, I'm not going to be one of those guys who complains about RNG. I want to keep her there so she can get healed. Actually, if she's coming in, how far away can she hit me? I think she can still hit from within Hilda's guard, can't she? Alright, so then we Act Again Kaira. No, she's just outside of guard. Oh, but she silenced me! Oh no, that's awful! That's awful news. Oh. Oh, that's awful. I do not like that. I do not like it. Yeah. She was in Hilda's range, and I had no skill. If I had the skill, I could have killed her and teleported back to safety. Boo. That's one thing I've noticed about Kyura. I've used her twice where I've actually been able to engage, and she does get counter-killed very easily. Like, pretty much any of her regular targets, if they have the range to reach her, so for example on that normal attack, she's gonna die. So this is gonna be GG. He got to open with that big black hole. I couldn't do anything about it, and now he's got 2 follow-ups ready. 2 follow-ups that I can't really do anything about. Now he runs back. So this Himiko's dead. Because her talent, like her teleport away talent, is already gone. So if I wanted to, I could keep her back here and kind of prolong the inevitable. Helena's going to be coming in. Why don't I prolong the inevitable? I can always just get that off later. Helena can kill her, unless I come in. I did do a YOLO summon. Campa was goading me to try to get the robe. So I did 1 YOLO summon on the equipment banner, and I actually got the staff instead. So if I can get a good roll on it, I'm going to build it up for Florentia. She's currently on Red Moon right now. But giving Florentia a little bit of debuff cleansing ability wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I don't think I come back from this. Realistically, I'm just down Kyura, but she was going to be my way to kill something through Hilda's guard. Now, with no way to circumvent Hilda, the only thing I really have is Bernhardt. Yeah, Doug, in my initial summons that I did on my Vincent summoning video, I actually ended up with the earmuffs and the accessory in my first 30 summons. And then, plus my YOLO summon that I just did earlier today, so I got the staff. So the robe is unfortunately the only thing I didn't pull from that banner. And it's unfortunate because, like, Tiny Jess is kind of a staple of my strategy, so that would have been nice to get, because I would have put it on her and built it up for sure. But I didn't have that kind of luck. That's okay, though. Like, that robe I'm sure will drop for me from dragons or gambles or whatever. Plenty of opportunities to get that. One thing I'm actually still looking for that I don't have, well, 2 things, probably the 2 top things I don't have that I still want. Glory of the World, I don't have that helm yet. I would put it on my Cherie. I'd be happy with one. And I also don't have Insidious Pendant for Omega. I have a decent Omega. He's 5-star, but he's decent. He's not really PvP decent, but he's definitely PvE decent. And I would use him. But I'd like to be able to build up his stuff. Man, I don't know. Helena's gonna smoke me next turn, too. You start with a max of 5 spots, or 5 pips to equip your skills. Through Awakening, which you unlock at level 70, you can actually get a 6th slot. And there are a couple characters, 2 characters, who can surpass that limit. So Jugler and Ultimuller can actually equip, under certain circumstances at least, any cost skills that they want. So yeah, the 3 cost skill takes up 3 of those skill slots. They're good. Do you like how the map is now just this? Look at that. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Not yet. I do have a few extra balance blades, Curious Cat. Yeah, MB, Helena is one of my most valuable characters for sure. Love Helena. No sense in doing that. No sense in really doing that either with 2 healers still to act. What an annoyance. Sage is basically dead to any AoE here. Alright, here comes the act again on Lucretia. So she has single target spells. Burn is not guarding magic, so she has her pick. Sage at least has a revive. Himiko does not have her talent up, so Himiko is the one, the chosen one. Yeah, Curious Cat, she's good. What's her star level for you? Did you get her all the way up? Haha, the old double kill. Putting that golem to good use. We'll see if I can overlord the golem down. Alright, her guard is still up. Woo, Bernie! That hurt. That hurt my poor little wolfies. I think I got a heal burn here. I was briefly tempted by the act again. But he's got a Helena incoming anyway. Oh, she can't get through my tiles. Oh, we've got an act again. I think Burn's fine right where he is. Unless I can pull off some Burn versus Campanella like heroics. This one is in the books pretty much. Yeah, I don't know about Burn's ability to bust through this Helena or this Hilda, especially with all these other characters on the board. Oh, 5 stars is a good Helena, though. Curious Cat. 5 stars is a good Helena. Now, see, look at that. I'm weak against all these. Burn versus an entire team of people who are strong against him. Let's see how that goes. I'm actually going to duck out here to give Tomato a chance to queue into another match before the window closes. No sense in sitting around and stalling until, like, exactly 11 o'clock or whatever. Now watch me queue in against Tomato here and lose 18 points. Alright, this is not Tomato. We've got a Sophia. We've got a Lambda and a Melda. We've got a Reen. We've got a Rainforce. We've got Arian Rod. So this is like a Myth team. A Myth team without Gizarov. Myth Tensei? Where's his Tensei buffs, though? Where's Hilda? Lots of Myth. I think I kind of need to ban Sage. I almost need to ban Sage first. Where's tanks? Burn, Landius, and Jugler. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll have an opportunity to ban Sage in the next round, so who's a more important ban for me? I don't have Rosenseal, so I really should get rid of Reen, but then that's the only big debuffer. Well, Reen and Rainforce. And first pick Rosenseal is legit. If you have people who allow you Rosenseal as a first pick, there's no problem with that. Not just at low tiers. Okay, so he's coming after my tanks and then bringing out Elwyn. I could go after his tanks as well, or, well, Elwyn has a buff himself. I think I need to get rid of a couple more of these sketchy characters who can get through my defenses. Like, he still has a couple big AoE characters here, but they're not necessarily debuff-heavy AoE characters. So my healing is gone. Do I even need to get rid of the Jugler here? So I can get his healers as well if he doesn't pick one here. Third picking a healer when you're down to 2. Not the worst position to be in if you want to go that way. He's not, he's going with a tank instead. This is where Himiko will be a fun pick. So I'll be left with a decent character, regardless of who his bans are. So Kyura, not super great against who he currently has. Kyura would mainly be insurance against this Lambda, I guess. Ares, I think, is a better pick because I get the Empire buff. He has more legs. He can get in and out if necessary. So the Sage is a good counter pick to that. But my Helena can kind of work around his Sage tiles if necessary. We'll see. He is going with Sage. Alright, I think with this comp I need to go with Spiky Boys on Burn. And we're going to stick with the Cavs on her. We'll stick with Sealing Technique. Actually, you know what? Even though we can't push Landius, I think I might want to push other people around. It just gives her a long range attack. We'll stick with single target. Actually, I should probably go AoE with him, because Helena, Himiko, and Ares together. I might go AoE on her as well, you know. Is that crazy? She needs strengthen. I think I'll stick with her single target. I think I'll stick with her single target for this match. This all looks decent to me. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. My Helena is Strike Master, so that is Dino Master. Okay, we have a Russian name. I can't read the Cyrillic letters, so unfortunately I can't wish you happy stream day, but welcome to the stream. So we got all horses here. Burns on Sword Dance. Probably Balance Blade. He's got a couple AoEs. Who brought the buff? Okay, Burn has the Empire buff. Landius has his own buff. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So Elwyn can reach if I move in. Do I want that to happen? I do have spiky boys. It's probably not the end of the world. Alright, he's gonna shut the front gate. That's okay. He's worried about these. They aren't too worrisome quite yet. Oh, look at that! He catches a nice breeze on Elwyn, too. That's dirty. That's very dirty. That's very dirty. So he can attack these corners. So we basically have to be lined up behind Burn in order to be safe. I mean, she's safe wherever. For now, till the AoEs come into play. Okay, assuming Balance Blade Burn, he can probably spike my Himiko next turn, so I'm going to have to do something with her at the start of next turn. Alright, Ares gets a breeze. That's something. That gets me through that initial batch of Sage tiles. I really don't want to lose Himiko for no reason. I could blast his whole team and then just take the death. Pretty sure Sword Dance kills her. Alright, this is concerning now. Burn's gonna have to get his guard up. Because she can come in here and use Shiv and then hit these people in behind. Elwyn can't reach them, but she can. First turn Burn guard, I'm afraid. Then Himiko's still not safe, though. What is safe? Right here. Not that I can teleport her right now. I honestly might just eat the Sword Dance. So my options are really only Burn Guard. And then the follow-up play for that, if he has Balance Blade, is to come and Sword Dance my Himiko to death. But if I don't guard with Burn, Helena and Elwyn can both kill Tiny Jess. I see people doing their dailies now that the Apex window is closed. Okay, he's opening with a little push. So I can get her out of the way. But then Ares is in trouble. Do I try to make a play at him with Ares? Oh, I didn't bring single target. So I won't kill him. Ares or Himiko is dead right now. I don't want it to be Ares. Yeah, that's a good point. Helena's in good shape. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Himiko probably still bites the dust here. If he doesn't have Elwyn, then his natural follow-up is the Burn Sword Dance. Oh, he can still kill Ares with Helena instead now. Okay, no, he's going to take the Himiko approach, which is fine. It's kind of what I was expecting. So Himiko's dead. But at least this means I can protect Ares. I mean, we're going to be eating some AoEs here. She can't act again. I don't want to take big AoEs. Those sage tiles are gross. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's just hide Ares for this turn. 1, 2, 3. So she won't be able to hit him here. Helena should be able to reach, because if she shivs here, then she has free movement here and here, and then 1, 2, 3. She can come to here for free, and then shiv. You think these tiles? Well, these are all indoors, so she shivs. That's free, so 1, 2, 3. Maybe she can't get Ares. I think I'm just going to splash some damage with Jess to get some healing on the rest of my characters. My Twitch isn't in the YouTube. Oh, it's twitch.tv/Mr. Kong. It's right there on the screen. If that's what you meant, if you were asking about the link. Okay, I can kill that Helena now. Pretty sure. Yeah, a link in the description is probably what he meant. Okay, okay, so here we go. Burn. Oh yeah, don't apologize. I just wasn't sure if that's what you were asking about. I'm gonna get everyone back. Why not reload? Yeah, it's on the screen, but you can't click on the screen. So that's a good point. I should start putting those in the descriptions. Time to start chipping damage on this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-evaluate my overlay for Langrisser Twitch, because it does tend to get covered. Alright, do I want to just bring Burn in here? No, because then he'll be able to kill these guys with Burn, which I don't want. I'll hang for now. They definitely make the timer as anxiety-inducing as possible, I'm sure. Oh, we're getting thorns. Oh, Landius lives. He still has Burn in the tank, but I think I can just do something like this for now. So he has to use his Burn. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I can't reach with my Burn now. Ooh, ooh. Okay. She can heal herself, at least. Yeah, I don't have a set schedule for streaming. I do stream Apex, so I will, I'll stream on the weekends. Especially this season, I'm streaming more. That's very fun. So that's one life off Landius. And that is Sage down. This one should be in the bag, because I can just run to the back and just keep picking at them. Oh, if she lives. Oh no, she doesn't live! Oh, no one lives! It's not in the bag at all! Hilarious. Hilarious, what are you gonna do? All those Landius tiles are limiting her too. So my Burn is looking pretty toast. What is Helena going to do against this? Burn. Lando. The more I dick around, the more those werewolves heal themselves. The sword dance is not back yet. But I'm not healing myself, which is a problem. I think I just gotta see what I can do. Hope that this Landius doesn't counter-kill my horsies. Really my only choice. Oh no, he does! He does! I'm toast! The sword dance came back, and I wasn't paying attention to the cooldown, so he was able to, I wasn't able to keep T-Jess alive. That one's a heartbreaker. That one was mine for sure. Big mistakes. Not good. Alright, let's see if Tristan sent me that match. Yeah, that one was mine to lose, and I did certainly oblige by doing it. I threw that match away. Okay, Tristan sent me his match with Fjarlar, so let's take a look at this one. It was kind of hopeless on that one, mainly because I was off-type against Landius, plus I had no choice but to attack in Burn Aura. I wasn't getting my healing. There was lots of Sage tiles on the map, so I couldn't really run away indefinitely either, which would have been a plan, to just run away and use Shiv and try to heal up a bit. But I don't think I was getting through that Landius. So yeah, what's Fjarlar running this season? He's got Matthew again, he's got Sanada and Wataru. He's got Almeida, Sigma, so he's got all the pro tags. Sticking with the old pro tag. Nice, I really like the looks of this box. Tristan with the first ban on Wataru. That has to be an I don't know what Wataru does ban. Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't think... Well, I mean, like many of us, I don't think Tristan really knows what's going on in this pick ban. So, Sanada's out. Sanada should be able to fairly easily kill Hilda. Tristan going for Ledin and Freya. Okay. So yeah, Fjarlar gets Landius. Naturally. Tristan's starting to get some AoEs out, but he's left with healers at the end. At least an act again. So okay, so Tristan. Love to see Matthew and Almeida as the last picks available. Alright, let's just sit back and enjoy this match. It's almost time to see if Tristan stopped at the start of this match to read Sanada's skills. Kruger into Rosenseal, not ending up being super helpful there. If I had built Sanada, I would run him as Holy Class just so I could have that little tiger buddy with me all the time. Sprites that have bonus little friends are way, way at the top of my priority list. So Tristan taking another shot at Landius. That's his third attempt trying to spike Landius with T-Jess. He is not getting through these wall of 2 healers. He's just going straight in for another single target attack on Landius directly. Kruger pretty dead here. Alright, and another go for Tiny Jess. Let's see if she can do it this time. Here we go. And there she goes. No revive. Thanks, Sanada. No tank. Yeah, that's it. Good game. Fjarlar. Well, Landius got hit a few times, but it looked like his team almost ended up with all 100% hit points there. Wow. Okay. Tristan's Hilda was a Lancer. He does hit like a truck. He hits twice, right? And he disables revives, so playing him as a holy means he doesn't have to worry about class disadvantage, although as an infantry he eats Hilda's and Lancer Landius's for lunch anyway. I don't think I have anything. On Free Kong, I may still have a couple things to do. Let us check. Probably not going to stream myself finishing dailies on Free Kong. So I would say that is basically going to be it for tonight. I am going to try to stream more tomorrow. I went 6-6 today, so 12 games, 50% win rate, but I am up at like 1630 or 1620 something, which is higher than where I started. So when people say, you know, you can climb without having a winning rate, that's definitely possible, as long as you're winning the right matches and the losses don't count against you as much as your wins. Now that's true at Gold 3 at least. Free Kong summon when? Right now. Let's just do 10 on the gear banner. Let's see what happens. Let's just go wild. What do you think? Nothing. That's what I think. This is why gear banners are a trap. Free Kong has some crystals. Do you know where they've really been going? They've been going to all these SR characters that I bought shards for from the black market. Lots of buying of shards. The occasional buying of cheap R shards, because R characters are actually more rare than SR characters. And that's it. That is the life of the Free Kong. So actually, I made progress. I climbed a bit. I've got a little foothold. I'm one step up the rung on the ladder on Gold 3. So hopefully that's encouraging for all of you who are as bad at PvP as I am. Just get in there and play matches. Just get in, play matches, learn your box, get some practice, get more comfortable with loading into matches so it's not as like anxiety fueling. And you'll win a couple. And yeah, you might, I don't know where you'll end up. I don't know where I'll end up. So I'm going to try to stream a little bit more tomorrow. If I can make it to Gold 2 tomorrow, that would be pretty sweet for the opening weekend, so we'll see. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with my box. One win con or one trick to win. That's true, Pete. I definitely have something like that in my box. I just haven't really isolated what it is yet. I think it really depends on the box that I'm facing. And also, the other win con is not being brain dead and making mistakes like leaving Tiny Jess open to a giant sword dance from Bernhardt. That one's gonna sting. But we gotta get over those ones. So I'll catch you all tomorrow if you're around for me streams. And hopefully we'll do some more good climbing. So thanks for coming and cheering me on, everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow. Happy languishing.